for another review. Today we're going to London and the Kernel Brewery, and this is their London Brick Rye IPA, coming at 6.1% ABV. It's a collaboration beer with Moncada Brewery and Partizan Brewing. So yeah, this is our first beer that we reviewed on Good Beer Live on Jaco Beer's channel. Check out the link below for his channel. So yeah, this beer then was brought to you by Honest Brew. Fantastic online store there. Check it out. I'll put all the information below. Get to the checkout, put in a code of Good Beer Live, all big capital letters, and you get yourself a bit of money off. So check it all out down below. Right, so as you know, I've already opened the beer. I've got this left. It was a very kind of creamy when I first poured it. I actually poured the whole thing in, so there's quite heavy sediment on this beer. So if you don't want all that sediment, just pour it gently. So it's a very kind of murky, kind of brown colour. You can see the sediment that's congregated there, but I've swirled it around a bit. It's just coming back down. So a rye IPA. I've had a few rye IPA stroke rye beers, some people call them, and I quite like them. You know, that's this style of beer. Anyway, let's stop about this. Get on to this beer. Let's get an aroma then. It's got that kind of classic rye sweetness, rye bread. It almost smells kind of a slightly wholesome, but not too overly sweet or anything like that. Just give it a try and see what else I can pick out. Cheers. Yeah, it's quite bold for a rye beer. There's a few rye beers I've had, or rye IPAs beers, that I've not quite hit the spot. They've been lacking or something, a little bit thin. This one is actually pitched like a higher end of a medium body. You're not, I mean, now it's warmed up, it's room temperature, not that it's particularly warm in here, but there's definitely a lot more flavours that have come through since cracking the bottle open on the show. It's got a very kind of, yeah, as I've already said, warming sensation. Not with alcohol burn, not picking up any kind of alcohol. It's just more the body of the beer. There's that nice sweetness. There's a slight candiedness to the beer. Definitely getting a warming going down. It's a really intriguing beer. Very enjoyable beer, of course. It's going down so easily. I've really, all three of these beers is the first one in the three little series I'm going to post side by side. This is coming in, you'd want to session it, but you know 6.1 you can't really. It's got that characteristic of the Kernel Brewery for me, although I've not had any, as I've already said, for quite a while. It's just got that stamp of, you get some breweries you just kind of know it's from that brewery, and this is certainly one of them. Definitely, if you've never had anything from the Kernel Brewery, you've got to check them out. You really have. They're on the Bermondsey Mile. I've not actually been to the brewery. They used to have a tap room there. I think it's just takeaway bottles now. I think it was the brewery that kind of started it off in that area. I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, just Google the Kernel Brewery. They've got a website. I put all the links down below, of course, as well as Honest Brew. One more sip then. Yeah, it's a fantastic beer. Now it's at room temperature. It's drinking stupidly easy for the ABV. There's that slight kind of rye bread kind of warming. Decent upper end of medium body, I've already said. Rating wise then, I will give this, it's definitely worthy of an 8.5 out of 10 in my book. So yeah, so 4.25 out of 5 for Untapped. Go to Untapped, there's no commercial description. This beer was added on the 28th of September of this year, and this was bottled, as I've already said, on the 7th, so there you go. It took a while to get to Untapped. Maybe they just let it settle or whatever for a couple of weeks or so. It's only had 338 ratings, it's coming in at 3.73, so excuse me, so it's like 7.5 out of 10 it's coming in at, out of just over 300 people. 55 people have had this beer this month. So yeah, nice beer. Check out Honest Brew, check out also the collaboration breweries, of course, Moncada even, Brewery, and the Partizan Brewing. I'll put their links down below, whatever social media outlets they have as well, all down below. Check it out, check out the code for get some beer off and free postage. We'll have a look. Thanks for watching then, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.